46 now. Oh man. It's pretty terrible.
Today's hunt takes us back to East Cape bushveld hunting, a place where I've had some great success in the past. I've hunted dussies on the cliffsides, and on my previous night vision hunt with the Ultimate Sporter, I managed to take some great shots and to end off the night with a nice mixed bag of hares and spring hares. Today we have quite a specific job to do. Nico Els, our guide for the day, has informed us that one of his newly planted fields is being destroyed by hares on a daily basis. They come out at night and they eat all the green shoots, so our job is to head out and to reduce the numbers of these hares so that the shoots can recover. Temperatures have reached a record high of 46 degrees Celsius or 114 degrees Fahrenheit, so we stay huddled around the air conditioner and wait for night to fall.
Nico has spotted 2 scrub hares in this one field. We're going to see if we can get within range and then take the shot. There seems to be quite a lot of activity, so looking optimistic so far.
We creep within range, get the night sight switched on, and are set up for the first shot of the night.
Okay, I don't want to waste too much time on this guy because we've actually spotted another few hares on the field next to this one. But what I will say is that he did a very nice somersault. I think that shot's going to come out really nice on camera. And it looks like I popped his eye out, so that was a good headshot. It's the first time we've actually seen these hares wriggle around a lot. I know in the UK on the rabbit hunting videos there's a lot of wriggling that happens. With the hares, they generally kick for maybe 1 or 2 seconds and then they're pretty still. But this was the first one I've seen that actually wriggled around a lot. So it's pretty interesting to note. But let's get after those other 2, shall we?
The 2 hares we've spotted are a fair distance away, and we don't want to risk a long shot in the dark. Remember, while the camera can pick up infrared light, our eyes can't. So all we have to go by is the picture we see in the screens of the 2 night sight units. In other words, that giant beam of light that you're seeing is completely invisible to both us and the hares.
Okay, see those 2 are sitting next to the telephone pole. Okay. And here's a telephone pole right behind us, about 20 meters. Okay. So if that's 100 meters between the 2 poles, there should be about 80 meters to where they are now.
Okay, cool. So we're going to have to get in a bit closer.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm going to do is let's walk about 20 meters and then I can get a good idea of the size by looking through the scope.
Yeah.
So let's do that and then I can take a look through the scope and let's judge it from there.
Okay, cool.
We finally get within range and are set up for the shot.
That one went straight down. I think that was quite a way off, but straight in the head.
We keep scanning and soon spot the other hare that we'd seen earlier, no more than 20 meters from the one I just shot. I misjudged the range and the shot passes right over his head. It's unfortunate, but we're not giving up so soon.
It's pitch black here tonight. Last time I was here, it was the full moon. It was very bright. You could see exactly where you were walking. Today you can't see a thing. So while the hares feel a bit safer in the darkness, we cannot see where we're walking at all. So it's a real challenge. Range estimation is particularly difficult. I actually just missed a hare here now. So hope we can get some more luck on this one here. We've spotted a hare right near the sheep. We're going to creep in a bit closer and see if we can get a clear shot with the sheep out in the background. There's the hare near the sheep.
Yeah, so we're gonna walk towards them and see if
we can
get them out of the way.
Okay, great. I just need to find my rifle. Can't see a thing. Where's my rifle?
Once we're happy that the shot is safe to take, I load up a pellet and prepare for the shot. It's another perfect headshot, and you can hear the sheep running off in the background. I'm very happy with our efforts.
Okay, again, I wasn't quite sure of the range, but I knew he was within range, so I just held the top of his head. It's a bit shaky because we're on a bit of an uphill slope here, so it's difficult to keep still. But I just pulled the trigger when the crosshairs came up over his head, and he went straight down. So that's the third one down. Let's go get him. Right, here's hare number 3. There's a lot of blood coming out of his eye, so it looks like I got a good headshot on him. This one was tricky, actually. We originally thought we'd be fine with just the bipod with the extended legs up to 9 inches, but it turns out that just wasn't long enough. We were shooting over a bit of a hill, so when we sat down and shot, there were rocks and bushes in the way all the time, and I actually had to use Nico's back as like a rest to get a bit higher on the second shot, but we actually ended up having to walk all the way back to the house and get the shooting sticks. So we took this one off the shooting sticks and we nailed him pretty hard. So it's a good shot. It's another hare down. Let's go fetch the second one, which just happens to be about 20 or 30 meters just down the fence line over here. Right, and here's our second hare. Looks like his eyes are bulging out a little bit, and I see blood on the top of his head, so also a headshot. You'll notice I don't take any hard shots in these guys. It's a little bit too risky when you're dealing with inconsistent ranges, when you can't really range your target properly. If you hit too low, you hit too high, and you're aiming for the heart, then you can end up with problems. Whereas if you hit low from a headshot, you're going to hit the spine region. If you hit high, you miss, and you're all good. So this is a quite nice looking specimen. He looks quite healthy. He's got no ticks. His coat's nice and good. So we'll probably take this one home. Probably put him in the pot and eat him. And the ones we don't eat, we'll give to the staff here. So it's always nice to be able to give someone a free meal. Right. Jeez, this thing's gonna be heavy once you start collecting them all.
There's a bit of a lull in hare activity for about half an hour or so, but in that time we get the opportunity to see some of the local nightlife. Whether it's a buck walking across a field or a kudu having a late night snack, it's always nice to see. It's getting a bit late, but the night's not over yet.
Now, Richard, who's the man behind the camera at the moment, he's my cameraman and director. He's been spearfishing for years. He's pretty much a spearfishing expert, and he's been bow hunting for a while as well. I've just recently got him into air rifle hunting. He's actually just bought himself a PCP. So we're going to switch roles for a while. He's going to shoot his first hare with this gun here. So I'm going to hand over the gun to him, and I'm going to take the camera, and we're going to switch roles. So meet Richard. First hare. You excited?
I'm super amped, eh?
Yeah, let's do it, eh?
Yeah, no, super amped to take my first hare, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Yes, I've never shot with this gun, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a different ball game, but let's do it, eh?
It's a long game of cat and mouse, or rather hunter and hare, as we move from field to field scanning for activity.
We just spotted my first hare. Well, I thought it would be my first hare, but alas, the hare's too clever. I think he's popped behind a rock or a bush. So we're gonna work our way around and hopefully be able to get him on the other side of the rock or the bush that he's hiding behind.
Nico spots an eye just gleaming out from behind a small bush, and before we know it, Richard has his sights set on hare number 4. It's a tricky shot, but he makes no mistake and drops him where he stands.
Oh, nice, bro.
Yo,
Good, eh?
geez, my heart was going, bro. Yeah, it's awesome at night time. I guess through this night scope. I mean, yes, okay, it's fun, eh? Yeah, just lined them up and nailed them right behind the eye, just like Matt told me. Man, this is awesome, eh?
When you see him do that somersault, it's a good feeling.
Yeah,
You
geez,
know
that
you've
was
got
like
him.
yeah, I knew that was it, eh? Done
And
deal.
It's almost too easy with this equipment, eh?
Yeah, man, I tell you, it's a whole lot of fun, put it that way.
Yeah.
Cool, should we go get him, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome, eh? And see, geez, his eyes are bulging right out, eh?
Yeah.
So, must have got him right behind the hedge, yeah, sure. Well, that's it, eh? That would be my first scrub hare.
Sure.
Man, that's awesome. Yes, I'm finding air rifle hunting so much fun. For a few things, I think, number one, I'm learning ballistics like I never have before. You know, with centerfire, it's a whole lot of fun, but you really get to shoot. You know, hardly ever. Bow hunting, I get to shoot a lot, but at a target. So the awesome thing about air rifle hunting is, you know, we get to get out here in the wild and take a lot of shots at animals and get a lot more food, you know, that way. So it's great, man. It's great. We get to hunt a lot more, shoot a lot more at animals, and man, nighttime like this is a whole lot of fun. Yeah, great animal. I think we're gonna put this with the rest and call it a night. Shot Hare for giving me a chance, but
Always no problem, eh?
cool, man. That's good.
Okay, so that's a wrap on another fantastic hare hunt. This was a challenging one. The Daystate Wolverine proved itself to be a gun that can do the job very, very well. But there were other things that weren't in our favor, like the fact that the memory card got completely full halfway through and we had to find a replacement. The fact that the long bipod that I used last time actually couldn't fit onto this gun. So I had to use a shorter one, and we ended up having to come back for the shooting sticks. So a lot of things didn't work out, but actually we had a really fantastic night. To get this amount of hares in one night is actually, it was really good, and we haven't actually been out for that long. So I think we did really well. Nico again did a fantastic job behind the spotter. He knows these lands really well. So despite the fact that it was pitch black, he navigated his way around perfectly. He knew exactly where all the different camps were. He knew his distances quite well because he knew the lands well. So yeah, thanks Nico for having us over. Thanks Rich for for being an awesome cameraman, and well done for taking your first hare. It must have been quite an experience.
It's been another great night of hunting, and we actually decide to head out again the next night with the Ultimate Sporter. We'll get to that hunt in another episode, but for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, no, I just want to say thanks to my mom, to my dad. I want to thank the OC for cleaning the house. Really thank you for these guys, and
Into the